Good morning, little Jasperini.
Good kick.
Absolute ripper day. Okay, it is stunning. I'm going to put the camera there, and then that way I won't get dead arm while we're trying to share with you our experience here in Alice Springs. All right, now if you've been watching the news, or the blues as it's referred to quite often, you'll see there's a lot of drama going on around Alice Springs and the whole of Central Australia, in fact. And so we're hoping that we can share our experience that will really give you an insight into what's going on here from what we're experiencing, and then also help you to make an informed decision whether you want to plan to come here. If you're sitting on the fence of concern or fear, or you're feeling a bit anxious about it, and you're making this trip up the centre, hopefully this advice, some tips and some ideas how to make sure that you feel safe, secure, and that you can have an amazing time.
Yes, because there's so much on offer here.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's start with the safety, all right? The elephant in Alice Springs, isn't it? Now, is there a youth crime problem here? Absolutely there is. But there are a few things that you can do to make sure that you're actually not even a part of any of this. Okay, the first thing we'll say is that the media hype around this stuff, we've been coming here for the last 4 years. It's our fourth trip here, and it has not changed.
No.
It's exactly the same as every time we've come here, in that there is always these reports of, people's cars getting stolen and burnt out and beat up and all this stuff, okay? Our experience, if you follow these sort of ideas, will make sure that you will not come into contact with any of this. Mm-hmm. You think?
Absolutely. You can definitely come to Alice Springs and have an incredible time and soak up everything that there is on offer here, including the natural beauty, because it is incredible out here, and not come across any trouble.
Sounds good. Okay. The number one rule we would say is lock up your stuff. Okay. And to be honest, that would be any campground anywhere, no matter how remote or metropolitan that you are.
Yeah.
Lock your stuff up. It doesn't matter whether it's the middle of the day where you're just ducking over to hang clothes on the line. As my dad always says, sometimes you've also got to dissuade the honest people. If something's easy to grab, unfortunately, people will grab it. So just lock your stuff up.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Make it a habit from day one, and you will never, ever have a problem, no matter where you are.
Okay. The other thing too is don't go into the red light district at night.
No. What's that saying that our good friend Leanne shared with us?
Nothing
good happens after midnight.
And that's the same anywhere around Australia. And look, we haven't been out in town after even 8 p.m. Our neighbours went out for dinner the other night. They said they were absolutely fine. There is definitely an increased police presence here. So I think there was any time that you wanted to have some fear abated or, your concerns put at ease, know that there is definitely an increased police presence here at the moment. Yep. So you will feel safe. But our recommendation would be go in during the day. Don't go in when the bottle shop opens. But basically, just use some common sense.
Yeah, absolutely. That is exactly right, Paul. Common sense, and just, be aware, be on guard. Just do the things that are going to keep you safe in this environment, or any environment that is. I mean, we're from the Gold Coast. I mean, if we want to talk about crazy crime rates and things that can go wrong, that's a whole other conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. If you do feel unsafe or uneasy, then cross the road. It really is that straightforward. But as far as services and what there are here, there is everything that you would hope to find even in a major city. So there's a huge Bunnings. There's plenty of fuel stops. There's car and van washes. There's four-wheel drive stores. There's about 3 of those. There's a brand new one, I think, called Arad Off-Road. There's a huge ARB store that you can get things done. Any of these sort of places, though, if you need work done, you want to give them as much notice as possible because they are pretty booked up. Some of them up to 6 weeks in advance. Mechanics, you probably want to be a couple of weeks ahead of it yourself if you need stuff done. The Tyre Power was awesome. They obviously helped me out. There's a number of different tyre centres, but that would be our recommendation. The post office.
Oh,
it's massive.
It is huge. The Alice Springs post office, I think they have like 400 parcel lockers here. So if you know you're coming and you need post sent, then that is just fantastic. We also do the parcel pickup. There is always a huge line for parcel pickup, so be prepared for that. You'll probably wait.
Probably 20, 30 minutes easy.
Yeah, but again, it's very safe. The postie staff are so awesome. They're so friendly. It's a pleasure of an experience every single time as far as going to the post office is concerned.
Absolutely. In fact, all of the retail, consumer front-facing roles that we see people in here are all super friendly. It's a really friendly town.
Yeah.
There's the biggest Harvey Normans that we've ever seen. There's Repco, there's Super Cheap Auto, Kmart, Target. That we shop at the Woolies in town because everything's in that one shopping complex, including chemists that's open till 9 p.m, newsagents, hairdressers, the best sushi that you'll find anywhere. Definitely a bit more expensive out here, the sushi train, but it's authentic and you'll have a great experience if you want something really fresh and awesome. That's right. There's a couple of other fast food joints. There's, all the regulars, McDonald's and Hungry Jack's and KFC.
There's everything here
There's
that
a
you would need or want.
It's true. Yeah, everything is here. Yeah. Okay, as far as activities and experiences, there's plenty in town. Probably the number one thing that we would recommend is get yourself up to Anzac Hill. And up there is a beautiful memorial to all the different wars across the history of life on planet Earth. But there is also a perfect vantage point to see 360-degree view of Alice Springs. There's also a QR code there that you can download, a little audio guide that can talk and walk you through the culture and the history of the region, which is very good as well.
Fantastic. There's actually more to do here in Alice Springs and the surrounding regions, the MacDonnell Ranges, than probably you've got time to do everything. So it is definitely a place where you'll want to come back and tick those different things off your list.
Absolutely, and we've been here a week, okay? And so, you could definitely spend a week here easily and fill your time. There's the Desert Park with probably one of the most outstanding free-flight bird shows that you can see. There's heaps of art galleries. There's the Kangaroo Sanctuary. There's a Royal Flying Doctor Service. They have that beautiful interpretive walkthrough tour there that you can do. It's a paid tour, or you can go into their main gift store and just walk around and check out and maybe pick up some merchandise as well. Yeah,
look, if you haven't done an RFDS experience anywhere around the country, then we would definitely recommend you do one or do them all. They are fantastic, and of course we're such advocates of the RFDS, such an amazing service, free to all Australians, and for us travellers who are out there on the road, you just never know.
It's incredible. Something that we've just done actually is partner with Tim Adams Wines. He also has another label, Mr. Mick. The reason why we've done this is because Tim Adams is an incredible advocate for raising money for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. In fact, Tim and his wife Pam have also raised, I think to date, over $5 million for Variety Australia through their variety bashes as well. These people are remarkable. So they are offering a deal where they can deliver wine anywhere in Australia. If you're picking up a case, 12 bottles of wine from them, you want to get good wine delivered anywhere as you're travelling around Australia, they will make a $20 donation to the Royal Flying Doctors Service as well.
Isn't that awesome?
Brilliant. So
I just need to correct you. Great wine.
Great wine.
Yeah, it is great wine. Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. On to alcohol restrictions here in Alice Springs. This has changed over the 4 years that we've been coming. It actually used to be quite restrictive, and so this will blow your mind. This isn't per person per year. This is per person per day. 2 full-strength cases of beer, 6 bottles of wine, and a bottle of spirits, 750ml bottle of spirits. Per person, per day. That's a restriction. The only restriction we can see on this is that you would be able to afford that much alcohol. It blows our mind if there's someone out there who can explain what is going on with this. How can you be able to consume that much or purchase that much alcohol in one day per person, per day, with that intention of helping the broader community? We don't get it.
No, it seems awfully strange, particularly with the restricted bottle shop hours, and then to be able to go in and buy up that much alcohol anyway.
So no bottle shops open on public holidays, Mondays or Tuesdays, and then quite often it's not open till 3 in the afternoon, so 3 till 7 p.m. That's another good tip. If you really you don't drink or you know you want to go into town, I wouldn't go in at 3 p.m. and go and do your woolly shop when the bottle shop opens. Yes. So there's a massive line and there's, you know, always,
it can be an eye-opening experience.
Yeah, there can be a few issues around that. So, but if you do drink and you want to go and purchase something there, then leave it till like after 4 or 5 p.m. To pick up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Camping accommodation. We're staying here at Temple Bar. We've stayed at a number of different places over the 4 years we've been coming here. This would be our pick and a hot tip. If you are concerned in any way about your safety of staying in one of the van parks in town, which are perfectly safe as well, this would be the pick.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's only about 15 minutes out of town, heading towards the West MacDonnell Ranges. And, I mean, the landscape is just breathtaking. That drive in and out of town is just incredibly scenic. And it's quiet. Trisha, who manages the park, is super friendly, super helpful. You do need to phone and book. They have powered and unpowered sites here. The unpowered sites that are right on the creek frontage have water to them as well, which is fantastic. They've got amenities, a full laundry, so everything that you need. Very, very reasonable prices. You do need cash though. Cannot
Cash
pay any
is
other way.
King. That's right. What do we say?
Pet friendly too.
In God we trust, everyone else pays cash.
Yep.
Now, the creek bed is got to be maybe 50 metres wide and is empty at the moment. So it's a dry creek bed. But just recently they had a huge amount of rain and it was flowing through here. It would have been amazing to see that, but it is a stunning location.
Yeah, it really is.
And then there are loads of other caravan parks. We've stayed at what is now the Discovery. It used to be a big 4 there. Straight opposite there is another caravan park called the Heritage Caravan Park, I believe. And
Yes.
next to that is the Alice Springs Brewery.
Now, this is a new inclusion since we were here last time, and I tell you what, they have done this so well.
Yeah.
I mean, the location, if you are staying at one of those van parks in town, you walk across the road and into this epic venue, something that you would see on the east coast of Australia.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hip and happening.
But bigger. I mean, they could probably do 500 covers here.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. The first sign that you see when you walk in is, "We make beer here."
I can
Craft
vouch for the ginger beer, actually. That was really, really delicious. But we went in, had some early afternoon pizzas. There was a muso playing out on the lawn. It was heaving outside. We couldn't get a table out there. It was so busy.
Yeah, there's a big green lawn area for the kids to play as well. But you want to have some good funds on you. I mean, like any good craft beer, they're up there in price. So be aware of that. But awesome experience.
Yeah, it was really fantastic. And something that you don't expect when you're out in these fairly remote regions of Australia.
No, beautiful branding too. I think they've nailed it.
Yeah.
All right. The West Max and the East Max, the MacDonnell Ranges, it is really the highlight of Alice Springs. Use Alice Springs or somewhere like Temple Bar as your base and get out to those sites. If you've got a bigger rig, some of those campgrounds are restrictive on the size.
The national park campgrounds.
Yeah, that allow you to camp out there. We have camped there as well, as you would have seen recently.
Yeah, you don't want to be too much bigger than us.
No, that's
won't
right. But it's close enough that you could just make this your base and then explore and do day trips.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we would say make sure you do that because both sides of the Mac Ranges are absolutely stunning and completely different, aren't they?
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. The Ghan Railway. We're pronouncing it correctly. We've been corrected by that. It's not the Ghan. It's the Ghan Railway. Check their website out if you have a train enthusiast like we do in Jasper and you want to be there to watch it arrive. It is quite a sight. I mean, I know that the Indian Pacific, its sister train, is over 800 metres in length. This would be close. It'd be somewhere between 500 and 800 metres of carriages coming into Alice Springs.
Very cool.
It is wonderful to see.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Pulling into the station and all the guests getting off. It was a super cool experience and this one we'll remember for a while, I think.
Absolutely. All right, summarise. Let's just wrap this up. Is it safe to come to Alice Springs? With common sense, absolutely. It is such a wonderful experience here. Don't let the drama or the fear of the news articles deter you from coming here and actually having an experience. Take some of this advice on where you can come and stay and play and really enjoy it. Go in during the day. You'll be absolutely fine. You'll be absolutely safe. Make eye contact with the people. There's the Aboriginal ladies there with their art and their paintings, sharing their stories. Say hello, and you'll be intrigued to hear what they've got to offer. But make an effort there, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Look, there is a youth crime problem here. In fact, there is a youth crime problem across the entire East Coast and many parts all around Australia. And is it a problem everywhere? Yes, it is. If you've got an answer, what you think, look, something needs to be done and something new needs to be tried. And maybe that means, more education, but certainly some heavier penalties. If you've got some ideas or you want to give us your suggestions on this, drop us a line, put a comment down below and tell us what you think the answer is here to sort this out, because it is everywhere and it is definitely a problem right now in Australia that needs to be sorted out.
Look, we'd also love to hear your positive comments about Alice Springs as well. Share the love a little bit. Tell us some of the experiences that we've perhaps missed talking about today and some of your best memories from this region, because we love it and there is so much on offer here.
All right, that's it, I think.
Okay.
Don't get caught up in the drama. It can weigh you down, all right? You will love the experience here. It is fantastic.
And how's about the weather? We have nailed this incredible weather. The sky is so blue out here. And I have to say, at night time, being out here at Temple Bar, the stars are just something else.
Yeah.
And we've got beautiful mid-20s days, getting cool overnight.
That's right. It's a good point, Katie. Bring some warm gear as well, because the variance is 20 to 24 degrees during the day and it can get down to 0 degrees. So that's pretty cool.
And the flies aren't too bad. There's a few pesky ones.
As it gets cooler, there'll be less flies, which is good. All right, enjoy. Stanley Chasm, or do you say Chasm?
I'm pretty sure it's Chasm. Let us know.
All right, this is located in the West MacDonnell Ranges. It's about 30 minutes drive from our campground there at Temple Bar, or 45 minutes from the centre of town there in Alice Springs. Well worth the journey. As a half-day trip, you will absolutely love this experience.
Oh, 100%. Now, there's a small fee to walk down. It's a short 15 or so minute stroll, I'd say.
So picturesque.
It is really pretty. And then when you get down and you're met with those towering 80-metre cliff walls of the Chasm in front of you, it is just spectacular.
Look, only a mere 2.2 billion years in the making, so well worth your time, and don't rush it. It'll take you 10 minutes to get in, 10 minutes out. Allow yourself a good 20 to 30 minutes to really bask in those beams of light that are pouring in through the split in this massive quartz chasm. And our hot tip would be to come here between 11:30am and 1:30pm if you want to make the most of that beautiful sunshine.
Oh, absolutely. And well, that's a great tip. There's also a cafe here on site and a lovely little gift shop as well. So go and do the walk and then come up, and we had a cup of tea and a light bite to eat. They do breakfast here on Sundays as well. So it's definitely worth a few hours of your time to come out and really soak up this amazing, very sacred environment.
What we love about it is that it is a completely Aboriginal-led tourism offering, and they have nailed it.
Yeah.
It's also a registered tourism organisation, and they are basically grassroots training all of their kids through their culture, giving them all of their history, their ancestry, the significance of this area, their language, and then helping them to deliver that and share that knowledge with the tourists that come through here. We think that it's outstanding. The improvements that have happened here over the last 4 years since we were last here is incredible.
Yeah, it is. And you can also camp out here, and lots of improvements since we were out here last time, with a brand new campground out the very front of this space. So definitely ring to book ahead, check that the campgrounds are open. That would be an amazing experience to come and have a few nights out here, because wow, to be out here at night time under, you know, the 5 billion stars and no light pollution whatsoever would also be incredible.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family, and happy trails. Alright, experienced walkers only. Oh well, I guess that leaves Jasper and I out. Bye, Mum. Give her a wave.